What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Landaris, back at you with another video. Hey, just want to come holler at you guys for a quick second. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel right now. You might learn something, you might experience something that things that if you're just starting out, give you some pointers, give you some ideas. All these guys, on YouTube are basically, you can learn from a lot of people on here. You just got to take in certain things that's going to work for your business, because everything that I do is probably not going to work for your business. Everything somebody else does, it's not going to work for your business. You got to pick and pick some and then spit some out. It just is what it is on YouTube. Everybody has good information for you. You just got to take everything with a grain of salt and maybe apply it to your business. And if it works, it works. If it don't, man, throw it out and look at the other lawn care professional that's just trying to drop some knowledge, drop some jewels, things like that. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about, if you haven't looked at my last video, I was talking about, I was doing, I put up videos to kind of make you think about when you're doing your estimates, what you should think about. And like I said, everything is not going to be for everybody. If you're first starting out, sometimes you got to bite the bullet and you got to start out low. Everybody has done it. Everybody's kind of lowball. And we only did that because we just didn't know prices to set, what type of prices, so we kind of learned along the way. We're not talking about the lowballers out there that know that, they're paying, they're charging cheap prices just to get the business. But like I said, if you're still charging cheap prices and you've been, running around here, for 5 or 6 years, and you're just doing it, for, cheap prices and undercutting, then yeah, they know what they're doing. Those are the ones, the cheapos, or those are the ones that will cut and underbid you just to get more jobs and stuff. And like I said, in the beginning, when you first start out, you don't know what you know, and you're just throwing out prices and stuff. And if you go on some of the YouTube channels of other creators and things like that, you can get a general idea of what the prices that you should be trying to charge. And sometimes you could go up to your local lawn care professionals in your area and see what they're charging, and then either be in the middle or just a little bit under, just so that you can get a little bit of business to get your name out there. But all of us have been through where we gave low prices, or we started out with low prices and charges. So if you're just starting out, we're not talking about you as far as the low ballers. It's a learning curve, but you still have to raise your prices and get prices up to where a lot of the people that's in your area are charging. Just look at a big company. Look at a big company, call them, ask them what would they charge for this yard, for the square footage, blah blah blah. They'll tell you. And it's probably going to be, if it's a big company, it's going to seem expensive, and you can put it in the middle, of what they're charging. So you just got to make it work for you until you start figuring out the prices and things like that. Like I said, everybody's been through it. So I had an incident where, you know, I make videos sometime about estimates and what I'm charging, and I don't care about telling you what I'm charging and things like that. I really don't. I don't care if it's going to help somebody to charge a little bit more than usual, or not be a low baller all day long or throughout their career, and they can see some of these prices that other companies are charging for premium, then that's what I want to do. Because like I said, I was there once, and you feel bad, and you start thinking about, you know, when customers don't, you know, choose you, or they say you're too expensive or you're too high and things like that. Those customers are not for you, you know. They're just not. There's some people that can afford you, and there's a lot that can't, you know. That's just the way it's going to be, you know. But if you want to be profitable, you just got to charge a premium price, and you gotta get it up there, you know. Get it up there that's going to make sense for you. It makes sense for your business. So stick to your guns on your prices. I had an incident where, you know, somebody had called me, and they called me, and the conversation went sort of like this, you know, man, I got a major leaf cleanup. I got a major leaf cleanup. And I'm like, okay, you know, you got a major leaf cleanup, you know. Now it's almost December, you know. They're late in the game, you know. They're not my regular customer. I done did all my cleanups. And, you know, when you go out later in the game, later in this season, man, you got to make sure you're being profitable, especially if you're going out for one job, you know what I mean? You got to make it worth your while. It's cold outside, you know, the leaves might be wet. What else could happen? They're just calling you at the end of the season, and they want it done when they want it done. They want it done now, because usually when they call you, can you get it done before Christmas? Can you do this? Can you do that? Yeah, sure. So I go over there, take a look at it, you know, give my price. It's a minimum $375. That's what I charge, $375 minimum for a leaf cleanup. So that's my minimum. It used to be, I used to do it for, I started at one point in time years ago at $225. And I think I started that because I used to look at Brian's Lawn Maintenance, and he was doing his leaf cleanups for $225. So I started there. Then after $225, I went up to $275 because I ended up getting that leaf trailer. And then I went up to $325 and $335. Then I went up to $350 to $375. So that's where I'm at for my minimum. For my minimum price for leaf cleanups. That's where I'm at. So I don't care what it is. If you want me to come out, mulch, blah, 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 leaves, and do all this other stuff, and blow out the flower beds and everything else, my minimum $375. No ifs, ands, no ifs, ands. It just is what it is. So the guy's telling me, man, I got a major cleanup. So I go over there and look at it. You know, it's not too bad. You know, it's not bad at all. But it's later in the season. You know, the day you might do it, it might be 30 degrees outside. So I'm just looking at it like, okay, I'm going to make this worth my while. And worth my while is the actual minimum, $375. Now, back in the day, just to run over it, blow and all that stuff, I would have charged them $225, $250, $275, maybe $300. But, you know, starting at $275 used to be my minimum, and I bumped it up $100. So over the years now, you got to remember, over the years, it's been bumped up to $100 that I done went up over the years to get the $375 as my minimum. There's guys out there, they're charging $450 $425, $450, $500 just to come out there, and they got a whole crew and all that, and they pay for that, which is what they should be doing, especially if you got crews and you paying other people and stuff like that. You'll get the job done. You have a bigger profit margin, and you could go from there. So I get it when the big companies. So like I said, the big companies, they're charging big bucks because they got big overhead, they got employees, they got all this other stuff. So they might have a leaf vac, and they're not cheap. So they're gonna charge the big prices and stuff. And then that's kind of what I base mine off of usually. But the guy wanted a major leaf cleanup. I got a major leaf cleanup. I go over there, look at it. Okay. I told him, hey, my minimum's $375. If you want to get on the schedule, send me your email address. That way I can send you a secure link to put your credit card or debit card on file. And once we get your debit card and credit card on file, then we can put you on schedule, and then we can get you taken care of. That's what I relay to all my customers now. I used to didn't do that, but now I don't play. I've been stiff money before. I've done jobs where I didn't get paid. It's crazy. So before I even jump out there to do anything now, I need to see your credit card and debit card on file before I even put you on my schedule or think about even doing you. So I tell him that, and then he texts me back and said, oh, you must be out of your mind. You must be, basically this is me thinking of this. He said, man, you're out of your mind. There's no way I'm going to pay you $375 to do my leaf cleanup. And I'm thinking, like, back in the day, they used to bother me. I probably would have been like, all right, is $275 good for you, or $250? I used to be like that, But now I don't even do that anymore. You know what I mean? I just don't, And you'll get to that stage where, your price is your price. You should start that right away, because that'll build your confidence up, so that when you talking to a customer, they'll know that you're serious, that you're not going to back down. And even if they try to dwindle your price down or Jew you down, you'll just say, no, my price is my price, and that's what I charge. So, there's other companies out there if you would like to get on the call so you can get more bids or something. And, but if you decide to go with me, just give me a call back and I can come out and do it for that price that I told you. So you just gotta build that thick skin and that confidence that you can actually tell them the price. See, like I said, back in the day, somebody saying that to me, like, oh, you must be crazy. I'll be questioning my prices. I'll be questioning, like, man, I should just go ahead and do it. I should just lower my prices. You'll be like that in the beginning, but the quicker you build that thick skin and the quicker that you stick with your price, you'll be better off. I'm not saying that you can't ever come down on the price, but later in the season, when you just got one or two jobs or one job coming in and they want you to do this right away, right before Christmas, right before Easter, right before Thanksgiving, you automatically should bump that price up, because it's to them it's urgent, to you it's not. So if they want it done and it's an urgent matter for them, they're going to have to pay for that, because sometimes you might have customers that, you might be doing another job, and if they're going to want you to push them to a side and do theirs, you better bump up that price to make it really worth your while, because you're bumping another customer or delaying them a couple of hours or maybe the next day to try to take care of this guy that wants it done like right away or now. And when I hear them say, I need it done right away, or before this date, or right now, or as soon as possible, then as soon as possible, your price is going up. As soon as possible, your price is going up. So I don't know. Like I said, that was my my experience this weekend with a guy calling me about leaf cleanup and stuff, and he left me the message saying, you must be out of your mind if you think I'm going to pay you $375 to do my leaves. I'm like, okay, well, call somebody else. Or this the thing, he probably called other people. He's a tire kicker. He probably called other people and they gave them a price too, because a lot of guys out here in my area, they not coming out later in the season trying to do leaves and clean up your property, and you just now want to get put on the schedule and all that stuff. And like I said, you never know. It might get cold outside. It might be 35 degrees outside. Might be, you know, right now the temperature fluctuates from like 35 to 40 degrees, 45, like right now at this time in December. You might get a day that's like 50 degrees or 49 degrees or something like that kind of warms up a little bit. But from here on out, it's going to be chilly. It's going to be cold, especially if you're getting it done in the morning time. It's going to be 30 degrees. If you leave out in the morning in December, it's going to be 30 degrees if you're lucky, you know. And once you hit January and stuff, you know, you got to wait for a day that the weather's like, oh man, this is some weird weather. It's like 50 degrees in January or 45 degrees in January. So no, but you just got to stick your guns, stay to your prices, you know, have that thick skin, and you'll be all right. But yeah, don't ever get down on yourself when somebody says something like that. Like, cause now I look at it like, man, call somebody else. You know, it's all good. So, all right, you guys, I'm out. Like, subscribe, leave your comments, hit that bell button, do whatever you gotta do. I just wanted to share that with you. But do whatever you gotta do, but you better do it. All right, guys, I'm out. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.